All right, guys, welcome back to the Imaxit YouTube platform. I'm your host, JD. If you're new, please do like, share, and definitely subscribe. And if you're a member of the channel, bless up to you a lot. If you are a person that's interested in what we're putting out and want to become a member, please do click the join button. YouTube will help you along the lines. So as you saw by the title, we're going to have a lot of talking points today, and obviously our shows will naturally run in between an hour to 2. So we're going to start with the injury update on Renaldo Cephas, replacements for Ronaldo Cephas, and how they are looking as the kind of geared towards the Jamaica Reggae Boys actual activities and pretty much the form that they are coming in. Craig Butler in hot water, handling kids contract, and talk about the extension of what he had done over the previous years and come to a conclusion on that one. Tyreek Magee back to full circle, and we're going to discuss that as well. And Backlash in Jamaica, ironic, over the TNT versus Jamaica game, and believe me, you can bet what the backlash is all about, which we had pretty much said it here. All right, so all of those things we're going to be discussing. I know it's a little bit earlier for a lot of you guys, but let me know your thoughts in the comment section on each one of the subjects. I'm going to try my best to timestamp it, but if not, please do watch the entire video and listen, because we're going to make it as coherent as possible. All right, obviously we have set a target on the screen right there. We said that we're going to do like 5 videos in total, in which we're going to collect like 5 super chats over 5 US and put it together, then try to donate it to charities. Obviously I told you that the charities will stretch between Jamaica and Nigeria, but you can donate if you want. Yeah, no pressure. All right, yeah, man. So massive respect. Let me try and big up whoever in the chat from early, because I know it's very early in Jamaica and also the Americas region. But for me, it's already over the midday period, so my day is already close to done. Okay, so let me start from bigging up whoever is in the chat. So we saw that our brother Sean Base is in the chat already. Massive respect, Sean Base. Thanks for being here. Then we have Bam Sports in the chat. We have our brother Woon. It's a long time we have not seen Woon in the chat as well. Yes, man. Thanks all of you lovely people that's coming in. So let me move on. First, we are going to start with Renaldo Cephas. Renaldo Cephas, we got to say that he started on good form. Let me try to show you if you don't know much about who Renaldo Cephas is. All right. Currently playing in the Turkish second division. Yes. And to be honest, he has a good form of late. He plays naturally the left attacking midfielder to the striking position. But he found a form playing as a striker. We had discussions over him, talking about what position suits him best and all of those things. And obviously, with Mikel Antonio met in the accident, people wanted to put him as a striker or put him in the striker pool. And even me came to that conclusion to say that yes, he's up there and would be considered as one of those individuals that should get the nod. All right, so that's what we are saying. But obviously now this is a big one for him. But just to show you his form that he was in, as you could see right here, the goals that he has actually regularly over that term. Guys, let me know if you're hearing me well, because for some reason it looked like we had some technical issues. So let me know if you're hearing me. Drop that you're hearing me well and you're not getting any lags. All right. Obviously, you know that it takes a lot of current to run the actual settings. All right, so let me know if you're hearing me well. But anyways, what I was actually saying, good morning. All right, so good morning. Vinny Congo in the building, Jeremy Lee in the building, Tony and Coleman in the building. Yes, so very good form coming from Renaldo Cephas. But yes, he had a torn meniscus, and it will stretch in between 2.5 to 3.5 months. So pretty much it started starts maybe a week and a half or so. So in January, so you're looking at January, February, March, April, May. So you're looking at May, June before he's coming back, because you have to go into rehabilitation and all of those things, and people have to assess you properly. So I think around June, May, June before you see him back. Obviously, Jamaica has games from March. So all of those games, it's going to just put him in the queue of Mikel Antonio. Mikel Antonio will not be looking to come anytime soon back to football in general, all right? Because he has to learn to re-walk. So that tells you how bad his situation is. So that's 2 strikers fully out at this point, all right? So that's what we got on Mr. Renaldo Cephas. Yes, it's a very, very sad time. Very, very sad time. All right. It was freezing, but it's cool now. Yes, yes, yes. I thought it was the internet and maybe the power that it's taking. Maybe I've not really configured the internet properly towards the software that I'm using. So my fault right there. All right, loud and clear. Thank you very much. We have Dre in the building. Yeah, man, massive respect. Jamaican family vibes, massive respect. Good morning to you. And Owen and Omar Fowling in the building. Big up. Thanks for being here. Mash up the end of his season, a strong finish, and anything could have happened for him. Yes, so that means 2 players out at this point, so that's very bad for him. So there's no coming back for him for the pretty much the rest of the season. Yes, because all seasons kind of finish in May. So yes, that's out for Mr. Cephas, so we don't have him on the list to select. All right, yes, so definitely sad thing for him right there. I had some extra information here, like the grades of meniscus tears and stuff. Yes, you have a whole thing on it, a medical report on it, so you could check it out to see. I'm going to drop it in the chat so you can check to see for yourself. So if in the future you have any problems and you want help, I think that page kinda can help you. All right, so you could kind of figure it out yourself. Yes, because I was doing some research to see when he could return. You understand me? Because these are good situations, you know. Not the injury for the player, but I'm saying these are the situations. It's bad situations, but I use the situations to learn more. So these injuries, I kind of research on them to see what they're all about. So the next time it comes up, I know what it is instant. Just like Leon Bailey situations, I've learned a lot about the hamstring tears, the grades, and all of those things. You get me? It always lead me to getting more educated. All right, bad situation, but it leads me to learn a little bit more. All right, yes, I hope Antonio just gets walking normally first, and then hopefully gets back to playing at any level. Yes, man. Yes. All right, so with that said, guys, what we had to do, obviously we have new promising talents, these guys are strikers. We have talked about them. Some of them don't have papers. Some of them have not been contacted. Maybe this is the opportunity they're going to get. They're going to get no, because they have no choice. It's unless you're going to find a striker in the JPL or go back for the strikers them that we know, which at this point it would have been Stuart, Andre Gray, and Shamar Nicholson. So Shamar Nicholson would be the one that we have to target first. Shamar Nicholson would be the one that we have to target first. All right, so I'm going to just show you what Shamar Nicholson doing, because their league have actually started back. Yes, so Shamar Nicholson, he plays for Spartak Moscow in Russia, for persons that don't know, but I know that a lot of people that watches my video actually knows where these players playing. 27 years old, still one of Jamaica's historically best striker. Yes, but if you talk about in terms of quality and all of those stuff, you can find others that are above him. Yes, but based on what he has actually delivered for Jamaica before, definitely yes, he's up there. All right, so at the current value on Sofa score, 3.9 million, so around 4.5 maxed out for him. He's a natural traditional striker. All right, yes, so as you could see, they have returned and played 2 games so far in the Russian Premier League. They have won both, so they are going on very, very good. All right, he was benched in Krasnodar game. They won it 3-0. I'm gonna show you again so you could see. All right, it's tough for him. It's tough for him to get any game because you have this player. I don't even have to call his name. I think he's going to finish this season with almost 100 goals. This guy, I actually think that him and Jonathan David is the two best strikers in the region. Are we ready to say that Ugalde is as good as almost everybody, if not better than every other striker? Or you don't rate the Russian league? Because the Russian league is high, you know. The Russian league is high. I think that Ugalde, I don't know what is wrong with this dude. But this, because you have quality players in Russia that is not doing remotely close as him. This guy is scoring like maybe 2 goals per game. Yes, so Ugalde, as you could see, 2 goals in this one so far. Yes, so let me just put up Ugalde's one so you could see. All right, so Ugalde 2 goals in that one, but let me pull his record right here so you guys could see. All right, so Ugalde in the last what, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, in the last 4 games he has 5 goals contribution here, 7 goals, 8 goals contribution in the last 4 games. So he's having like 2 goals contribution per actual game. All right, so that is incredible. So based off that, I think it's making it incredibly hard for Shamar Nicholson to get any game because this is an Costa Rican. He's actually a Costa Rican, so he's from our region. He's from our region and he seems to can't stop scoring. Good the knowledge of the game for him, I think that's the first thing I saw from this player. That's why I was so high on him, how good he is. When I came here months ago and said, bro, they signed this guy, people, you're going to find out how good this guy is. He's going to dominate Russia. And you guys have to put respect on my name because he's doing even better than what I actually predicted him to do. Yes, so I think it's, at this point, Shamar have to take the smaller minutes. No, I don't. I think he's better than Santiago Jimenez. I think he's better than Santiago Jimenez. Jimenez now at Fulham. I think Jimenez at Fulham. I think he's still, because he's younger, I think he's slightly ahead of Jimenez. Just watch him. Just watch him. Just watch him how fast he's going to get a big over $30-40 million move. The next time he's going to move, it's going to be 30, 40, 50 million. So you're going to see the level of talent that he truly is. We can't hide it anymore because he's clearly showing it. Yes, so I would say that Jonathan David is better than him because Jonathan David is one of the best players in Concacaf period and one of the best strikers in the entire world at this point. Aside from that, I can't flat out name an ex-striker just flat out better than him. None of the United States strikers. Only the next one we can put up is the Mexican, the Jimenez, older Jimenez. He's the only one I think we can put up against Ugalde based on how this guy is performing. All right, 18 games played, 15 goals and 2 assists. So 17 goals contribution in the league alone. If you want to put his others, he will be over 20 at goals already for the season. All right, so we have Elmex in the house. Massive respect. Thanks for being here. Guys, remember as you come in, hitting the like button, it helps to push us forward. All right, Johnny Powell, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. Hopefully Whisper is okay and has not lost anything when he returns. Being young helps. Yes, being young helps. It helps. But I think he's going to be a little bit slower coming back. And they are going to take their time with him as well because they don't want it to reoccur. I watched Ugalde play for Suprisa when he was 16 and knew he was likely to be going places after seeing that one game. Yeah, he's a special player, man. Special player. So big up to Ugalde. Obviously, you're making it tougher. But what I would say, him performing like that, it makes it tougher for Shamar to get game. That is true. But when it's going to make Shamar be a better player overall. So to be honest, you can't even ball over these things because if you should play above him, that means you're already playing like a $50 million player. You get me? So you just need to top him or get on his level. You understand me? He's scoring at a ridiculous rate. All right. As what they said, you saw the value here. They're saying that he was bought for 13 million. Let me try and get him over here to see how much he's at now. They said he's at 15.5 million. I think he's already at 25 million. Maybe for the next update. All right, so let me put it right here because I had everything set out, but I'm going to just put it right here to see how much they have him at 15 million here so far. So by the next update, he's going to be at 25 million. Yeah. And obviously you can look at this to see 18 in 18 goals contribution and 4 in 1, so 19 for the season. Yes, 19 in 22 for him overall. Yes. So, yes, that's Ugalde. So, what we're saying now, Shamar Nicholson is struggling to get the game. All right? When I've watched him, he doesn't look bad at all. He still looks better than previous years that we called him. So, that means for the striker position, Shamar Nicholson will be leading the race. All right? Yes. David is fast. That's it. Nothing else special at all about his game. I think his education I really like about David. Yes, David. Then we have Father Blinged House. Massive respect. Thanks for being here. Hope all is well with you and the family. And blessed New Year for all the persons coming in. And it's the first year coming back. All right. Yes. It can make him better if he has the right attitude and focus on getting better and proving his point. Some players just sulk, but Boza don't seem that way. Yes, I would hope that that's not his case. And to be honest, based on we see him playing, before he came, we had that conversation and we said that he's better than Boza. We had said that he's better than Boza and it's going to be very hard for him to get over him. So we already knew that coming in, he was better. And when he came in, what he did coming in, it is not by accident why he's playing over you. So you have to just go there and prove your point. At least you get a marker in the club that you could have... You could have fought the last time when you saw two other guys that are around Russia, and you could say that, yes, you know, Ignatov and Sobolev, I think that me and them on the same level are, I'm better than them. It's just a bias. You could have said that. Coming in, we already knew that Ugalde was the best striker they had. So now you have a target to it, and he's still young enough, because 27 is not so old. You can still have a next kick on. I think you should be in a prime, to be honest. All right. With Antonio out, we need to finally include Clark Harris or Devante Cole. All right. Johnson Clark Harris. I think if we're going for Johnson Clark Harris, I don't see the reason why we wouldn't go for Mothersille. Because remember, Mothersille literally took that position of Johnson Clark Harris. Let me know. And to be honest, Devante Cole, I think I would choose Mothersille today over Devante Cole as well. And he's 6 years to 7 years younger. So I don't know. So what we're seeing now, they are going to be forced into making a decision. All right, that's what we're seeing now with all of these injuries coming up, and strikers are going to be needed. So are you going to go for Andre Gray? Are you going to go, if Boza will be there, who else you're going to go for? Andre Gray or Boza? Or you have to go for Devante Cole, or bring in one of these young kids that you clearly see that they are doing ridiculous things? Or you're going to believe in Kaheim Dixon to say that he's going to play striker. Let's see. But I know that a big decision we'll have to make. And Stuart, don't forget Stuart. Stuart is a born Jamaican. So don't forget him. Not because he's not playing in Jamaica scoring 1,000 goals. He's playing at a higher level than Jamaica. So don't forget Stuart as well, people. All right. So you have a lot. So if you're rewatching this video, let me know who is the striker you think in form that could come and help out Jamaica in this situation. All right. And let me know if you think that they could win over the people overall. All right. Ronnie said David has scored against Real Madrid, Atletico, and Juventus in the Champions League. He's very bright, man. Very bright, educated player. I love David play. Love how he plays. Denzel McKenzie on his way to Feyenoord today. Sure 10 for Jamaica without a doubt. Heart attack? No, we're not going to be an heart attack. We would love for him to make it, and I won't talk on that until I know exactly what's going to go on. And maybe you're trying to close down because we're going to talk on Mr. Butler today. Yes. Cole not getting any game time. Kaheim Dixon, Dre said, no, I just said Kaheim Dixon because he's in the team. I can't just avoid the conversation. I have to go for it. This education stuff is largely a myth. Most players are still stupid, and most coach don't teach you a whole lot. You don't have to be smart and learn most things for yourself the majority of the time. But remember, you know, education is pretty much what you have learned. Wunun, so I don't know why you took an attack on education. It doesn't have to be what the coach teach you. It can mean exactly what he has learned. He's a smart player, so he obtained those information over a period of time quicker than others. So his movements is sharper. His reading of people's body movements is better. His lines, holding his lines to stay onside is better because in predicting where people is going to be. That is education, you know, even if you learn it yourself, it is still education. What the coaches bring to that now is they implement the system overall, but you have to still improvise. So how fast you learn and retain those movements, that's you learning on your own and also in the coaching system. So you're not affecting the coaching system, you're adding to it. So it's still education. Come on, man. Come on, man. Jamaica is in trouble if they don't scout for better replacement. Jamal Lowe as well. That's what we said. Let's go for it. All right. No way Dixon should be in this team. I agree with you. But obviously, even in the same conversation, you're going to see that a lot of people might not agree with us. So, Wuno, let me know what's your take on that. All right. So that's for Shamar Nicholson. Tough time in Russia. Not because of his own talent, but based on how others are outshining him. Definitely experience can educate you. Most coaches teach very little though. I am talking in the sense of a man sitting you down and teaching you a lot of things. No. Wunun, if you go back to my history, I've always said the reason why 99% of Jamaicans failed, when you reach at 20, when you reach at 18, nobody's sitting you down to start teaching you what you should have learned from 10 years old to 16. So from 10 years old to 16 or from 8 years old to 16, they sit you down and teach you. Or call you one side and teach you exactly what's going on. And you do more blackboard sessions from 10 to 16. So I have always said that. Wunun. So at like David and those stuff, and they are bigger guys. They are at the level that they have learned everything about football. So it's fitting in the coach's system. So they're just going to call you and tell you what to do. They're not going to teach you anything. So after 19 years old, no coach calling you over again won't want to teach you anything. So that's why majority of Jamaican born players fail overseas, because they need people to call them over and teach them things. But nobody have time for that. And believe me, in the next subject that we're going to go on, you're going to realize that that was the main problem, because the next person that we're going to talk about, he said it out of his own mouth. So yes. All right, let me hear one bounce back. Richard Crawford, you sure? From when me, but to Kevin Hart, I live beside Netherlands, so it's not hard for me to find out. And the club that he mentioned is a club that the people that does majority of the things I know them personally. Definitely. Okay. Andre Gray is now playing in Turkey's second division with Daniel Johnson. Yes. Good morning, Owen. Thanks for being here. I thought you were here before. All right. I think he should be taking the option to leave, but it is decision. Okay. Even from 10 to 16, they teach you basic, nothing complicated. Most players are dumb. Okay, I watched a boy make his debut for Palace versus Arsenal and look like he dropped out of spaceship and knew nothing. Okay, well, maybe in England, the coaching philosophy ain't the highest. Maybe that's the situation. But I know in Netherlands, in Spain, what I saw for myself, I think it's a lot more. Definitely in Netherlands and Belgium, you are getting teach what to do. And if you don't complete it, you're coming off the pitch. you're going to learn. So that's why majority of the Brina, the Vatanga, the company, and all of those guys, they're like already teachers before they finish the game. Believe me, come here and just learn in Belgium or Netherlands and then go back to England. And I promise you, you're going to say, no. What the hell are they teaching? That means we could have been more technical in England. So that's the reason why these guys are more technically skilled and more educated coming in from the Netherlands league. Maybe the physicality is a little bit off and they have to figure out their self around the physicality. Any Netherlands player figure themselves around the physicality, they become legends in the country. Any Netherlands player, just go for any one of them. Once they can go past the physicality, they are like some of the best players ever played in England. Go back and check. All right? Yes. All right, big up. All right. Lion King says England coaches are just as good as Jamaican coaches. All right, I'm not gonna get it. I'm just telling you what I saw the difference. You know, I've yet to go to England and really see what they're doing. But based on what Wunun telling us, if that's the case, we can tell the difference why we are getting today with Pep Guardiola, we're getting technical players in the Fodens and stuff. You get me? Because that clearly tells you why they couldn't be that way, because of what they were being taught. You know? Yeah. Big up DRH, massive respect. Yes, so let me slide over to the next individual that we're going to talk on. So Tyreek Magee, is it full circle? Full circle, what we mean about full circle? Full circle explains itself. Is he going back exactly where he was actually coming from, which is Jamaica? Right, so Tyreek Magee, his contract was expired from Colorado switch back, yeah, even after them winning the championship, and he actually helped towards it because this was his best sets of games he had at the club. Spent 2 years there, and they decided that they're not going to re-up him. All right, yes. So I heard him on an interview right after that saying that it was just the time. So when someone said it was just the time, and listening to him from over the years, I thought he meant, okay, this is the time for me. I've garnered everything that I could get from that position, so I'm going to use that to push myself forward. So I expected something better. So when I did my first video and talked about him, I heard people saying that he's going to go in the MLS. You know, so I'm saying, okay, that is fair. That is fair for me. You know, I am okay with that because that would have been a step up. So based on what I've heard, it looks like he's going to go back in the in the JPL. In the JPL. I had said it in the last previous video, saying I think it's in the JPL he's going. Because I heard someone sent me, no, I never heard. Someone sent me something of him training with Phoenix or with Mr. Butler at the time, you know. And they were talking about how great he's going to be and all of those stuffs. All right. So after I've gotten the information saying that he's going to be in the JPL, I was not really surprised. So I'm just asking you if you think that is exactly what the case is. And to be honest, how good this player really is in your true estimation. Because I've always said things about this player, and you guys said it's one of the players that I don't like, which is not the truth, all right? Which is not the truth, because I literally went to his club in Belgium and asked questions to figure out what was wrong with him and all of those stuff. But he came out and spoke on those situations, so I never had to speak on it so much because I thought that he was honest, because I have heard similar things to what he was saying. But when he went on to say that it was not just the on-field situation, but he was struggling with the condition in Belgium, as in, i.e. the cold, being in house and boring and all of those stuffs. So, and then now we went to the USL and then saying that it's a time. The interview is on the internet, so you can find it. It's a time for him to leave. And if he goes back into the JPL, put all of those statements together, and I would have to hear what he has to say after. You understand me? Because I think it's a drastic downgrade if he goes back to the JPL. You understand me? It would have been terrible. Very much terrible. Not saying the JPL is terrible, but I don't class it as a high level league at all. That is true, but I think it would have been a step back. It's not the same as Zimenez for me. Zimenez is very young. Zimenez is 19, 20. So if he comes back and spend a year and having the ambition as to what he said to me to push back, yes, I would believe him a lot more, because I saw him getting along with people in Belgium and they actually liked him in Belgium. So I have the faith that he could go places more than Magee. I think that if he goes back to the JPL, that's pretty much it for him. Unless he's going to go into some of the UNI leagues after that. So that would be definitely poor. Let me know your thoughts. Then we can go into the details and really look at what he has learned over the time and how good is this player. You understand me? Or we're criminally overhyped this player. Let me know. All right. That was my starting piece. It's just culture. In amateur football in England, most kids team are kicking the ball long all now. Spain, Portugal, Netherlands, and these places, they play total football from birth. Okay. Coach takes you first touch in the direction you want to go. Don't stop the ball. Dead, then push it. All right. I agree with you, JD. However, let's hope it's a step back for a future. Well, I'm going to give my best advice to him. All right. I am not going to hope for anything. I'm going to try my best to give him the best advice, which is to look forward. You understand me? And you shouldn't have gone back to the JPL if that's exactly what will happen. All right. And more likely, once these people tell you that, that's exactly what will happen. So within the next week or so, you're going to see him there. I think it's a big step back. All right. So anyways, for people that doesn't know about Tyreek Magee, but I think everyone that's watching know about the player. So let me just bring up what he has actually done over his career, where he was. For me to be saying why I think it's a step down. All right. So this is Tyreek Magee. And you're going to see his history now. So that's the reason why I've said it's a step back for me. All right. Yes, it's not me disrespecting the JPL or any of those things, which I already tell you that I don't respect the level of the JPL. That's what I think. All right. So Tyreek Magee he had a 4-year contract in the Jupiler Pro League, as you saw here. He only made 7 appearances, and the minutes accumulated in the league itself is 102. 102. All right. Very, very low. In 2.5 seasons, you make only 102 minutes. That is very, very low. All right. And then in the USL, the minutes was much better, but it was still very low because he spent two seasons there and he only made 39 appearances. And his minutes, as you saw there, his minutes was 1,891. That is still very, very low for him. So over the last 4 years, he only amassed just almost 2,000 minutes. That is very, very low. So pretty much this guy's career, and remember he spent a little time before even getting any game in Belgium. So in the last 5 years, this guy barely played football to be in the last 5 years. I would say that as what he had said before, I think his handlers never dealt with him well. That's the first thing. They have not looked at the trajectory of the player. They have not looked at the clubs that they are sending them. I think they jumped to get money for the player more than anything else. You get me? Yes, that's what I actually think. And or maybe they evaluated this player way too high. I would say that the money was a big factor and the evaluation of the player was a big factor as well. You get me? And that's why I've always said get better coaches and evaluators so that you don't miss steps with these players. You get guaranteed game times for these players so it can help them, because he definitely never got helped being at all of these clubs for 5 seasons. So at this point, he is 25 years old. In August, which is a couple months from now, he's going to be 26. It's going to be tough for him. Very, very tough, people. Very, very tough for him. Very, very tough for him. Yes. Let me hear what people have to say on it. Magee was just another overhyped player, JD. That's what Sean B said. If you talk about how people talk about Magee in Jamaica, I have to agree with you. I don't think he's at none of those levels that people talk on. He's not even close. You understand me? He was a player that can control the ball, can keep possession of the ball, which are two good feats. His vision, I am not 100% sure if his vision was the highest, because when I see him at the highest level, he seems to cannot pass the ball at the right level, at the right pace. You understand me? So when you see him with a much more rest defense and a lower tier of players, he will put his passing plus his controlling of the ball and his vision to a better level. But once the opposition comes up, like in the USA game, he had a ball to just slide in for Leon Bailey, and he couldn't put his head up fast enough, and then they just came and took the ball away from him. So literally, because the reaction timing closed because of the fitness level of these players, which is the higher level players playing in the Champions League, he couldn't keep up with the pace of that. So clearly, it showed that his vision is not on the same level as high level players. But we can say that his passing, short passing mainly. His short passing is decent for me. His controlling is decent for me. Those two things. And his vision is okay for the middle to lower tier Concacaf region teams. But I wouldn't say his vision is up there with any high level reaction teams. So that makes him not out one of the better controlling, passing, sharp passing Jamaican players. But I wouldn't say that he's any high ilk of what Jamaican explains about him. I don't think he's at that level at all, or not even close, as to what I've said before. And clearly, everywhere he goes, they don't see it the same way as how Jamaica evaluate these players. And that's the problem. Sometimes we can evaluate these players wrong, then send them somewhere, tell people about it. Because one thing about the world, when you tell people things, they like to take you at your word and prove it. So sometimes when they take the players them from you, it's not meaning that they believe you. It just says, okay, we can afford to waste this money on this player, and if it turns out good, it will be very good for me. So I'm going to take your word for it, and I'm going to put you on a leash. So sometimes it's not because they believe that the player is as good. Because I've heard a lot of these players, that people that sold these players, they are saying, then why the people buying the players them? No. Someone can buy the player because they don't have any time to over the top evaluate. Oh, you made the national team? I'm going to take you. A majority of these players, when you see their write-ups, they are saying, oh, they made the national team. And they are coming on for Mikel Antonio, coming on for Ethan Pinnock, coming on for Bobby Reed. So they must be good. So they just took those and then bring them in the system. And then when they are trying to teach them the way, tell them the way, not teach them, because obviously we just talked about when you're at a certain age, nobody teaches you anything anymore. They're just telling you 1, 2, 3, and you go out there and do that. Then they figured out that these guys need way more time, and you just start to go to the back of the pile. And that's what happened to almost every single one of these guys. And that means you have to blame the people that sold them, all right? Yeah, you obviously can blame the people that should educate them, that is true. But you have to blame the people that sold them, all right? So my advice is to young kids that's watching, he said Gardner was telling him all what the people told him when he made the transfer. So don't listen to the populist one. Listen to the people that can show you proof. And worst, if they have the experience, listen to those people, all right? People that's outside Jamaica, they have played at certain levels, listen, and they have coaching badges and stuff at certain levels. Listen to those people more, because this is what I think damages Magee more than anything else. He said it out of his own mouth. People in Jamaica was telling him all the hypest things, and everything. And the only person told him that, brother, you're not doing nothing. You're not working. You're not good at the half turn. You're passing and your vision is slow. It was Gardner. He had several interviews talking about that. And he said he usually look at him like, you know how we say, like you want to say, oh, look at envy man or something, because everyone else telling you that you're a big baller. But the man that is the best Jamaican export ever telling you what is required, and he never listened because he was the only one in the room that has the had the qualification, but because he was the limited one, because he's one person, and you're hearing from 55 people, you run to go for the 55 people, and that's what happened. You understand me? So next time, don't look for the loudest or the most popular statements. Research everyone fairly. All right, and once you get the answer, you follow it. All right, so that's my advice to Magee and also young kids. Take this as a learning lesson. Take this as a learning lesson for you. So Magee is out of switchback, and it's looking like he's going to be in the JPL. Hopefully that's not the case, but more than likely, it's going to be the case. All right, yes. Magee has a good touch, good technique, but physically and defensively, he offers nothing at all. He's nowhere near good enough to on the ball to be that way. Them players have to be very special to succeed. 100% won. Guys, as you come in, remember to hit the like button, share, and subscribe. Let me get to 150 before this video finishes. We are going up to let me see. We're going up to 3 o'clock, I think. Yes. Omar Fowling said the coach just released him, said he's nothing without the ball. Yes, but I have been saying this. So that means that's why you have to respect what I'm saying. Just the same as how Magee never listened to Gardner. That's why people need to listen to me, because you might fall into the trap of when everybody talking, not because people group up and say a bunch of garbage, mean that they are saying anything sensible. You get me? The one that's standing out here could be the one that's correct, you know. All right? And clearly it proves that I was sensible. You get me? Yes. The Kendrick Lamar. I was sensible. And I've gotten all of those sense is to go to damn school and listen to people that knows the game. All right? Yes. So it's so ironic. It's still falling in the ballpark of Gardner. All right? Yes. That's the problem with the FIFA U18 rule. You go somewhere at 18, they do not expect to have to teach you basics, and they won't. Yes, of course, but won't be honest. People, let me know your thoughts. You at 18, 19 coming at my club, and I have 16 years old, have more everything than you, and you are making a national team, and I bought you on the premise of you knowing everything and already just a cheat buy, and it's just because TV never saw you, because those are the conversations they have. Oh, because he never got the break, because Jamaica picking a bunch of England players, and people just saw him, so people took the chance on you. So you find all condescending ways to push him over the top that he's not at. I am not sitting down trying to teach you anything, because I just have 16 kids that are above you that I could have taught the same thing, and they go out and execute that, and by the time 5 of them are attacking midfielders, 4 come to the top, I can sell 2 and use 2, and then sell 1 the next year when the next one that might learn a little bit slower develop to the level, and then I have 2 and sold 3, and my club is popping. I have no time. Worst stuff, you never cost 50 million. So that's how they look at it, Wunun, and you know that for sure. All right, they beat you, JD, all the time because you've been trying to help them. Yes, I know that, Triple E. I know that, you know, I know that. But I'm just proving to you that everybody that tries to help them, they kind of go against, which is mental. But we have to put it out there. You know, he has some quality at the JPL level, but above that, at this point, it's a overhype. Yeah, I would agree. I would agree as well. All right. Ronnie says Karai Anderson is the same age as Dixon and plays regular for Charlton. Yes, that is true. Shauna dead with laugh. Right, kids have to watch football and look at what the top players do. I played with a boy that started playing at 12, and by 14 he was the best player in England. But look at that, what you said. He came in at 12 and at 14. At least he's still under 16 and 17 looking to play Manning Cup. That is completely different. That's still that is still 2 years to start, you know, for majority of these players. Real Baller said, JD, these people still advocating for Magee being in our national, our team are yes, man, yes, they are delusional. They are delusional, Real Baller. They are delusional, and It's just sad. It's just sad. You know, it's just sad. But at least we can put up all the information and prove that we were right. But all the con men that maybe at this point I don't know what their true purpose is. They are not going to go over these things. They are not going to have these conversations because they have been wrong the 65 millionth time. You know, people keep making excuses. Either you can cut it at the higher level or you can't. Yes, and that was the truth from day one. Dre said, but JD, remember, they buying these players. They expect good if you, because good of you, because the players they have from academy is free. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So nobody has any time to sit down. They don't need to tutor you, and you are complaining that you don't know the region. Remember the reason why I know about Magee personally, you know, without even talking to him, because I am in the same location. I am in the same location, and I've gone through majority of the things that he did here. So I know in order to survive, it's a culture shock. It is a culture shock. Period. It is a culture shock. So you can't be here by yourself and you don't know nothing about the country. You understand me? Based off what you did in Jamaica, it has to be a problem when you come here. But you have to have the right persons around you to guide you the right way. You know, it is a culture shock. It's tough. Drop Drummond said, unfortunately, JD, your assessment about Magee has been correct. He's highly limited in his football, in his total football. Yes, but it was not we trying to disrespect anybody. But I know what the problem is, you know. As I've said before, a lot of people that push these players on you is people that already try to force themselves places that they don't deserve to be. But they just believe that if they got the opportunity, they can cut it there without any education. So that's why they have always tried to force these players, because they are trying to see themselves through these players, which make no sense. So it is just a selfish reason why they're doing these things. So for people like me and you that know that if we are not good enough, we are going to assess ourselves properly and then go back and do the job. And that's why you that has that mindset reaches way further than all of these people, because some of them actually get the opportunity, condemn way to the opportunity, prove that they are not ready and cannot get the door to open again. But for we have learned, so that means we can repeat the process. You understand me? Yes. So when we're here, we know that we're teaching a lot of people, because at first a lot of people usually burn me out, but now people come to understand that everything that I'm talking about comes from a point of education. So it is something that I've learned, and I'm just sharing it to them. Yeah. And Magee is a good kid. And real baller, can we stop saying that? We don't know these people personally to say they're a good kid or a bad kid. All right? Because everybody is a good kid. Real baller. Yes, I've just explained to you, they are seeing themselves through people. That's why they're telling you these things. We don't know if they're a good kid or not. All the other kids are good if he's good. All right? So Magee, that's Magee people. That's Magee people. So let me wait and see if he's going to be back, or when he's going to be back in the JPL, and if he can score 500,000 goals. So we will know if he has learned anything at all. All right? Yes. And we can judge it from there. For the national team, I never thought he deserved to be on the national team in the first place. All right, because over the years, the actual team that he's at, he was not the best winger or attacking midfielder there as Jamaican. So I never believed that he deserved to get called up. I never believed it. I never actually believed it. But I realized that he knew people. And because they know people, you get a little bit more benefits than anybody else in the national team. All right. So it's about who you know more than anything else. All right. Yes. He was not even better performing Jamaican. All right. Magee is a perfect topper boy. Most of our players are going to clubs at a deficit. One thing about Dixon, he understands movements off the ball, releasing the ball at the right time, etc. It will be about whether he's gifted enough, or Wunun, it will be also who is in front of you. Because Leaburn is a very, very good footballer, the people. Leaburn is a very, very good. Charlton is a big academy, you know, people. It's a big academy, you know. Lookman that you're seeing is from Charlton, you know, guys. Lookman is from Charlton, and they have always brought through very good kids. And the problem is, what I've said 3 months ago, these guys are way ahead of Dixon. Way ahead of Dixon. So it's going to be very hard for him to jump them. The good thing is, Leaburn, I think he could get a transfer this year. After the season finishes, because he's one of the better young performing kids. Mothersille, and he's also Jamaican, you know. He's also Jamaican, people. He's also Jamaican. Leaburn is also Jamaican. He's also Jamaican. So let me pull him up here for you to see him. So you see Dixon here, 20 years old, 100,000 market value, as you saw there. Tyreek Campbell, he's also Jamaican, 21 years old, as you saw there, very good player. And then Leaburn, you don't see the English, you don't see the Jamaican beside him, but he's also Jamaican. He's also Jamaican. Yes, his father was a player as well. Yes, I've gotten some information on him. Yes, he's very good, people. As you saw here in the league, 15 games played, 5 goals, 2 assists. And in the EFL Trophy, 3 goals, 3 games, 3 goals. And in the FA Cup, 2 games, 1 goal, 1 assist. He's big. He's a big giant. Yes, so if we're talking about big, fast, and strong players, Leaburn is a monster. He's like Shamar Nicholson already at 20 years old. And he's bigger than Shamar Nicholson. These guys are ridiculously big. So if we like those big, fast, and strong players, Leaburn. So Wunun, him and my boy, I think if one of them leave, that's the only way he can get game over them. Because I think they have already reached so far ahead of him. So if Tyreek Campbell leaves, people, Tyreek Campbell leaves and Leaburn leaves, those are the two. Or one of them leave, that's the only way you're looking at him to get some game time. Because Leaburn is getting more game time than even bigger forwards there. And as you saw, his market value is above everybody. Alright, so sometimes don't listen to people selling a sensationalism, talking about, oh, people fighting against the player. Nobody fighting against him. This is a club that produces talents over the years. Just check history and you will see for yourself. And just set this kid, and I've just shown you the numbers. So it tells you for yourself. Alright, yes. Very true. But that's what I'm saying. If you are gifted enough, they won't stay in front of you for long. Oh yeah. And sometimes because they have started before you, Wunun. So if you're them on the same gifted level, you can't get in front of them. You know, so you have to be better than them for them to, and they have to ship them off as well, because they are going to always be producing. Yes. Football is science, not every player brain can function on the highest footballing IQ. Sean says Leaburn father plays for Charlton and Wimbledon. 6'3" target man. Yes, Imaxit, wonderful. You are doing a research, and I think he might already be better than his father. Yeah, because England, don't be surprised if you realize England coming in for him. So if Jamaica can go and get him on the radar, that would be a next good one. Big up yourself, Martin. Massive respect. Guys, how much likes on the video? Because it's the morning cracks, but we still want the extra effort put out on them. All of the videos, we want you guys to be dropping the likes on them. So 150 likes should be the standard, because all things we're talking on are actually factual. All right? We give our opinions from point to point, but factual. And when you go back to these videos for this year, you're gonna respect me, because I'm keeping it nice, clean. All right, yes, you see me putting my effort, so make sure you put out effort on the like button as well. And that's what we said, guys. 5 donations. I've done 1 video, so if you like what we're putting out and we want to put some money towards charities, which is the academies, you donate over $5 US or $5 whatever dollars per person. So 5 and I can put it towards what I want to do. All right. So if you want to get involved in that, please do so. All right. So that is the situation that you find Dixon in. All right. Hopefully it can work out for him. Yes. And at the same time, as what we have always said, even if you're not playing, hope you learn something. So that means when the other person moves out of your way, you're ready to kick on. So be ready. Stay ready. All right? They say he's 6'6". Oh God. I thought he was like 6'4". But if he, I saw him, he's big. So if there's, okay, oh damn, I never looked at his height, you know. Yeah, believe me, he's big. He's big. He's big, big like Shamar type players. When I saw him, yeah, he's a bully man. He's a bully type player, man. Yeah, 6'6". Jesus God. So I never knew that he was so big. You know? Yeah, damn man. That boy is big, man. That boy is a basketball player. Tom, how you doing, man? Massive respect. Thanks for being here. Leaburn. Yeah, I remember his dad. I thought you said Leaburn. Okay, yeah. I was thinking, okay. Maybe I pronounced it wrong. Sorry about that. Yeah. Yeah, his dad was big too. No, but it looks like he's bigger than his father by a good stretch. 6'3". Is like Russell Westbrook, you know, and 6'6". Is like Kawhi Leonard, you know. My God, that's big. That's big. So anyways, guys, we have chopped up 1 hour so far, and we left the controversial talks, which is the Jamaica versus Trinidad and the Mr. Butler. All right, we're going to start with the Mr. Butler conversation. So Mr. Butler conversation. So Mr. Butler, I was watching a program. Someone sent me a program to watch, which is the Gunners podcast. You can go and subscribe to his channel. I thought that it was a good conversation that they had, a good what you call it, a good interview. Yes. So they sent me all the information. Massive respect to that person that sent me everything. So they sent me the podcast, sent me the article that the guy puts out, sent me the link for the guy, and give me the player and everything. Because they wanted me to put everything together so we can have that conversation. So through this Craig Butler talk, you're gonna see hypocrisy. You can have sympathy for him, and you can look at how maybe the persons that he targets, and you can look at overall in the Caribbean, how much they are truly doing for these kids. You can learn a lot through this. So anyways, you have a person named Michael Richmond. He's from Guyana. All right. Yes. So he came out, had a interview with Gunners. You can go there and watch it. And the basis of that interview was surrounding a player that he thinks that Mr. Butler is mistreating in several different ways. He pointed out ways that they're telling lie on the guy, several lies. One of the lies are the player saying that he's saying the reason why he's having problems with him as well is because he's looking his wife. All right, that's one. He wants to take Kyle Butler's spot, and he's talking bad things about the overall enterprise of the Phoenix product. All right, so talking bad about the Phoenix product, wanting to any capacity of in Jamaica term, Dane with Mr. Butler's wife, and then has problem with Kyle Butler. All right. Yes. So I'm trying to set the stage based on what I've heard. All right. You guys can follow up on this if you heard any one line that you don't like and you want to actually research it further. All right. So Mr. Michael says here, Craig Butler has once again shown why his leadership skills is arming young footballers. So he already started off from a point of, okay, he believes that Mr. Butler is not good for young kids because this is not the first time. All right, that's what he's clearly saying. The latest example is the mistreatment of 21-year-old Guyanese national player Ravi Coats, whose career is being stalled by Butler's controlling behavior. Ravi, who earned a spot on his national team before ever encountering Butler, is now being held hostage by atrocious 1 million demand for so-called development fees to release him. All right. So we're going to stop there before we enter it. And that's where I said the hypocrisy would have come in from Mr. Butler. All right. So he's saying that he's holding him hostage for development fee. He wants 1 million. All right. Because he's not playing the player. Clearly, we talked about the stages of problems that they have. All right. So it's a broken relationship there. But he wants 1 million. Where I said it's a big hypocrisy from Mr. Butler, and he's a big hypocrite, because I have remembered when Mr. Butler wanted a player from Mr. Spade, and Mr. Spade said he wanted way less than this. I think it was $2,000 US, something like that, which would have amassed to 300,000 maxed. And he brought down the entire Jamaica to say that he's holding the guy amongst his will. And all the guy was asking for was developmental fee. But here you know, the same thing, he wants 3 more times money when he got a player that is already an international player. A national player from a country. That means he already developed, and he wants developmental fee. So the next one was a young kid that Mr. Spade was in his right to ask for money for that player because he was way younger than this player. This player was already an established player that made his national team. But you want developmental fee for the player that you have not developed. And it was Mr. Spade holding back the player. Guys, you don't remember what I'm talking about? Remember that player? Remember that player that we came here and you guys said, oh, Mr. Spade, for Lego the player, man, and this and that. So let me see which stance you guys are going to take now. Because I would consider this as more holding hostage rather than the last one. You saw life is very funny. So I want to see what stance the fanboy of Mr. Butler takes, because it will show you the hypocrisy. All right, and I'm being very fair. That's why I made sure to bring everything through it. All right. Oh, only 660. Oh, thank you. So leader came in and said only 60,000 Jamaican dollars. Mr. Speed wanted. All right, so thank you. I'm loving that everybody's here and see that I'm fair. And the whole of Jamaica jump on Mr. Spade back. Oh, give away the player. I want to stop all up the people. A false paper you sign. Everything. But no, you want $1 million for an already registered national player. Say develop. Let me continue just to show you that we're fair. I just brought it out. So if what the guy is saying here, which I want to take him, that it's actually true. All right. Yes. Ravi's situation is dire. Despite being a winger, Butler and Kyle Butler are allegedly spreading false narrative that Ravi is trying to take Kyle's spot in midfield. This baseless claim seems like an international smear campaign to justify their mistreatment of the young player. Additionally, Ravi isn't even picked up for training session, further hindering his development and isolating him from opportunities to improve, adding insult to injuries. So they are saying that he's not being picked up based off the plan, the organization that they had put in place, because of all the situation, all the stories that they're telling. All right, we don't know if he's looking Mr. Butler's wife for real. Mr. Butler's wife is taking on to him. These stories, oh my God, why, Jesus God. If it's said about against Butler, it's true. No, Lion King. We need to stop it, Lion King. All right? If we prove that this is the case, Lion King, and he wants $1 million, we have to beat him, because when Mr. Spade wanted the money, he came on, disrespected Mr. Spade. You guys pick Mr. Butler's side. So we cannot be hypocrites here. We have to stand on something. And that kid was a young kid, 16, 15. And this man is a 19-year-old player that was already representing his national team. Alright, come on. I know that I'm gonna get the Butler heights them here beating. That's it. I know that. I expect that. But we are gonna stand on something, alright? So they are saying that pretty much the fallout going further and further. Kyle Butler, the arrangement was for Kyle Butler to pick him up because he's not from Jamaica. And a lot of those deals happens, guys. Even for Mr. Spade, he brings Surinamese here. He has to help them out, because I know that for a fact. He has to help them out. So they have to, because they don't know the country. And Jamaica is one of the most dangerous places in the entire world. You don't want people to walk up and down that does not know the country. So you want to make sure you bring in places. So if that's true, that is very bad. All right? That's very bad. All right? And he said based off the player only getting 50,000 a month, it's slightly of a disgrace. I would say that's the part that I'm not going to agree with, because you only have to agree. You agreed on the settlement. So the player shouldn't have taken the 50,000 a month if he think it was not good enough. So that means this player does not have enough guidance. And oh, ironic. Ironic. No, his skills is not worth more than Speed. Lion King, I have watched Mr. Butler train and talk about football. No, I am honestly telling you, majority of those players that comes through Mr. Butler is not based on Mr. Butler's actual development. Nothing. It's based off other people. Liam Bailey was not developed by Mr. Butler. Whisper was not developed by Mr. Butler. We need to stop these madness. Mr. Butler is just a man that's actually in a position because Jamaica lacks guidance, and he found himself in positions to sell players and be an agent. He's an agent, not a coach. I am telling you, he's not a coach, people. All right, stop this foolishness, Lion King. Liam Bailey was in Belgium, one of the highest educated football places on earth. You're going to come and tell me that Mr. Butler out here teaching. Just stop it foolishness, man. We need to stop that. Whisper was literally in school in England. We need to stop these lies. We need to stop these lies and put the truth out there. Or maybe you don't know the truth because people fool you up with all sorts of other stories. None of those two players have not been developed by Mr. Butler. Yes, obviously, you do some training session and stuff, but come on, man. Both of those players, development goes to other places. Believe me. Maybe you can talk about the other guys them that spend more time in Jamaica, but I'm not going to believe the Liam Bailey and the Whisper statement. All right? Yes. So I've called out the hypocrisy, but I've given I've called him out on the $50,000 statement. I've called out the $50,000 statement from the person, Mr. Michael. So I am being fair. You can't take money and then complain that the money is little. All right? You can't say the money is little. All right? So that is my biggest problem right here. Don't sign on to nothing. But what he said here, which is important, this kid don't have a mother or a father. I don't know what happened to his mother or his father. It looks like his caretaker is his grandparent. And oh, ironic. All of these people have parental problems that he gets under his wings. So because I know about the Whisper situation, I know about Liam Bailey's situation, I know about this player situation, and I know about the keeper situation. So people. So Lion King, listen. Our biggest problems as my people, we don't listen. If you listen to my statement and say I don't like Mr. Butler, something is wrong with you. You know why? Because I said what I said just a while ago, and you cannot refute what I said. You cannot say that I'm lying. Belgium have one of the highest education in football in the entire world. Facts. He was in Belgium learning majority of the time. Facts. He himself tell you where I'm getting development from. And he never said Phoenix. He never said Phoenix. So go and find the tape. And go and beat Millie and Bailey. So why when me say it, I am a wicked. And the player himself said it out of his mouth. And he never actually said Phoenix. You see what I'm saying, people? That is where I have a slight problem. Because it looks like you're not following information. You're just building something and stop joining groups. Because I tell you, when a bunch of idiots go one place, and then convince people, all sensible people become idiots. Not saying you're an idiot, but I'm just saying stop listening to other people for them sensationalism. Everything that I've just said is factual. I just call out the person about talking about the money and say you should not talk about the money because you guys signed on the money. So my solution to this is make sure you have more strong parental guardians. Because these people in the Caribbean, they are not as straight as what you think. Alright? Because I have a lot of other instances on my books. Not with just Mr. Butler, but with more other coaches and more people in and around Jamaican Caribbean football. And it has not gone smooth. So make parents take charge of your kids' career. Alright? Because you have a lot of people who will exploit the kids if they are not educated enough. And I've been here for 5 years telling you that. And it's because I know that. And that's why I put that on the wraps. Alright? I never said you are wicked. I just asked. No, you said you said I don't like the man. You said I don't like him. Alright? You never heard me comment in his favor. So poor him never produced nothing in his favor. So you have a point, of him not producing nothing in his favor. But maybe it's just the level where you look at it and you're trying to find something good for him. So poor him never produced nothing in his favor. The whisper situation, I know a lot about that and it was not in his favor. That's why I never talked in his favor. But I gave him credit to sell the players them and get the players them out of Jamaica. Even though I did not like the deals them. I still gave him credit. Yeah, so that's what it is. So what I would say then, I think if you're signed to a club, you need to pay to get released. If you're signed to a club. Developmental fees based off transfers naturally get paid under the FIFA rules. Alright? Under the FIFA rules. Let it go that way. Let it go that way. Or it's okay. Alright, if you ask $1 million, then it's okay. But I'm just saying the hypocrisy, when you wanted someone else player, you sell all sorts of narrative. And that's why it's hard. Lion King, and I actually believe it because I heard him publicly staying in Mr. Spade's name for the player. You understand me? So that's why when someone said he's staying in their name, I am going to believe it because I'm hearing more than one people saying it. And I'm hearing himself staying in players' names. When they don't give him what he wants, he's disrespecting them. Last week we were talked on the guy and he was talking about how much. What he was saying, all of them were left me. Them pretty much not reached away. I heard him say behind closed door, and now he gets so emboldened to do it in front of people. Alright? For this to stop, Mr. Butler needs to leave football alone. No. If you're doing business, you have to be held accountable. It's called the real world Lion King. The protection shield in Jamaica need to lift up. Alright, Jamaica needs to join the real world. The problem is we hide from the real world too much. And we don't face reality, none at all. So anytime we get any little problem, we don't want to improve. We just want to shut up. In order for him not to get chastised. Brother, relax the man. He need to do the right thing. Talking about that, you pay for food and all of those things. Those things are not nice, man. So Mr. Speed never paid for the food for the guy. He never paid him. So, come on, man. Stop disrespecting people's pity, man. And that's where people like Lion King lead bad behavior to continue in a new generation. No, we have to have standards. Going forward, we have to have standards. Because we are letting a lot of people that doesn't have any standards control the next generation coming through. That means we are trying to fail the next generation already. Yeah? And then if he's not produce anything in such a long time, then what use does he have? Well, he needs to go, get his license, continue doing what he's doing in the JPL, and you will keep on learning more, and eventually you will start fully develop players that you can take full credit for. That's life. I never started YouTube saying that I'm just the best. I've worked on it to get where I am. So why you just so it's just like Magee. I shouldn't be here, I am not gonna be here, the weather was too cold in Belgium. It was too boring inside the house. You listen to yourself. People, are you hearing these things? And hear the response back to the people. Guys, we are not sending our people to reach anywhere in life. We are failing our people. If this is our response, any little adversity, we have to just run away. I'm telling you guys, we ain't reaching nowhere. If this is how we think, we ain't reaching anywhere. Come on, man. I heard people bigging up Magee when he did the interview talking about, in the house was boring and all those foolishness. Brother, you're not reaching nowhere in a life, if that's your take. That tells me only Jamaica alone you that end up. Because the only place you can go and get sun, it was in Jamaica. So you only can flourish in your own elements. And your own elements does not have the highest level football. So that is your level. So it was an indicator to tell you where he was going to go, in the JPL, That's what he was telling you from day one. Because that's the only place he actually feels comfortable. He doesn't want any adversity. Come on, man. Nobody wants to put in the work. Yeah, no, and people celebrating it. So what type of culture we truly have nowadays? Because we are celebrating low standards. A man pretty much say he couldn't survive based on the condition. It's not familiar to him. And your support, yeah man, I want you, dog. Yeah man, next time, I want you. Everything alright next time. This is the thing that we do. I can tell you that you're not going to add any value to Jamaica in the future if that's what you're selling. And don't be surprised if the people that's coming up 20 years behave like you. And you should not be surprised. You should not complain. You understand me? Yes, you should not complain at all. You get me? Come on, man. Come on, man. All right. Where you see, we only go Ochi. Not even Mandeville. Some of these players want to go based on the temperature, what the temperature is. Come on, man. All right, JD, to be honest, Mr. Speed has good young talents, but I am not seeing them getting signed to any major clubs. However, Mr. Butler, there wasn't any local personalities that yes, Freddie, that's why I said Freddie. I gave him credit, but I'm not going to take away the development from other countries. We have to factor that in. You understand me? And based off what I saw Mr. Spade did, Mr. Butler have not done nothing like that in footballing terms. Like to take up teams and go up against quality opposition, at least in the Caribbean region, and did well. And dominates Jamaica with limited resources and push education. I have not seen Mr. Butler did anything like that. So at the same time, Mr. Freddie, you have to give him his credit. Because you see me come here and call up Mr. Speed as well. Just the same. Alright? When it comes on to coaching, I don't think they're on the same ballpark. When it comes on to football education, I don't think they're on the same ballpark at all. Practices to get in people's head, I think both of them might be on the same level. You know? That's what I would say. You know? Yes. So that's what I would say. You get me? Yes, but I have to give credit to where I'm seeing it. When Mr. Speed did, Mr. Butler never do anything like that. Ever. And now he's in a capacity above a established club in the JPL. I am giving Mr. Butler, Mr. Speed even more credit. because he's everything. What's going on at Veer, the coach, the backroom staff, the advisor, and everything. And he's doing better than Veer. Years in, years out. So based off that, I am going to give him the better, and people talk about King. No, Lion King, yes. When it comes on to education and me seeing players develop from nothing, maybe they are not as high level as Liam Bailey or Whisper. I saw them becoming stable players. I saw him develop way more stable players than Mr. Butler. That's all I'm saying. Because none of his players then went to Ghent. None of his players then went to Manchester City, Aston Villa, and school in England. None of his players them. And now they have been dubbed a part of the best programs in Jamaica. Every time we are talking about any local player, majority of them coming from Cavaliers. And really and truly, they are the ones winning things with spending nothing at all. At some point, we have to learn to give people credit. So I gave Mr. Butler his credit. You just want me to give him every credit and take away education out of it. Which the education wouldn't come from him. That's why you want me to take it out. I see. Butler is a marketer, a salesman, and a man that connects himself through Bailey's talent and his own desire to travel and make things happen. Wonderful. And that's what I see him as. Period. All this excitement about Phoenix. How many players they have overseas? 2. And it's 5 years apart. That happened to all. Yeah. And I don't want it to come as an age because everything that I'm saying is facts. So I just want people to understand. We can give him credit and we can give the other people them credit as well. But because you want to put him over everybody, you want me to take away the credit of the development from the actual people that did the development. Come on, man. If King and other at Cavalier was with Mr. Butler, he would have been in the Premier League. So he said that they would have gone further, as in the sales. So, okay, so Mr. Spade is not a good salesman as Mr. Butler. Okay, fair enough. All right. I can agree to that. Which I had agreed to that before. As well, I can agree to that as well because that's what I've said and that's what people in the chat said as well. But the problem is, Freddie, people want to take away the actual coaching skills and give it to Mr. Butler as well, which cannot be true. I can be fair and honest, and I can't give the coaching side to know Mr. Butler. I've seen him talking about his 2-2-2 base and put a bunch of overgrown players to run up and down, and anytime any technical players get through the lines, they don't even know what to do. I've seen that. I've seen a lot of things, and I'm not impressed with it. All right? Yes. But I give him credit to sell the players and all of those stuffs. I give it. And we have to just be honest, people. Man. Come on, man. Cavaliers is not developing great players, though. King Atkinson washed out of Iceland. But, people, I was not here for that. I was just here to show you the hypocrisy and call out the problem right there. All right, that's all. I'm not here to fight with Mr. Butler's people. All right, yes. And I realized that if 20 years now, I see more of Mr. Butler's, now I know where it's coming from. Up, JD. Good morning. What are you doing, Jamrock? They are beating me, man. I'm getting dust out, I'm telling you. Guys, remember to smash the like button, share, and subscribe. So so please give me your takes in the comment section. All right. Is it you believe the kid or you believe Mr. Butler? All right. I know that a lot of Mr. Butler people will come in and say they believe Mr. Butler. I don't believe Mr. Butler at all. I believe the kid. All right. That's my side that I took. You give me yours. All right. Yes. And the reason why I've said so is because all of what the kid's saying sound exactly like what I have for 4 to 5 different cases. And at some point, it has to be everybody that doesn't meet each other saying the same damn thing. I want to say that it might just slightly be true. All right? Don't worry about them. Keep up the good work. Yeah, man, I'm trying my best. All right, guys, have we passed 100 likes on the video? If not, it's Ellen Powderhouse here. I am so done with you guys. I'm not coming back tomorrow. I am done with you. All right, because I said I want 150 likes before the video finish, blood. All right, yes. I don't know. Alex Marshall washed out of Canada. Topi washed out of USL. But they still went there. Alright, so guys. Yesterday, I thought I did a very good video. A lot of people told me that they liked the video, or I've constructed the video, you know, and like what I'm doing this year. 83 so far. Let me check, because if I 83, I'm done. If I 83, I am done. Let me check, people. Let me check before I get into the final topic. All right, because if I 83, they better just put the likes on it now, because I am done before the next topic. All right, 123, and let me see. 83. Yes, I'm done. Oh, they are pushing likes on it now. I am done. Even though I've not shared it anywhere, but I don't business blood. It's 123 here. That means you guys have a fingernail blood. So get the likes up. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put a likes counter right here, so I will know how much likes on the video. And if it's not at the pace that I want it, I am done. Warren, big of yourself. Thanks for being here. Ernest in the building. Who agrees the way our Racing United is playing is quality football? All right. We will touch on a little bit. So anyways, let me get the likes up, people. 150 we said we want. We still have a little time, because I have like 45 minutes before 3 o'clock. I have to finish 3 o'clock. All right, I have 2 more subjects. I'm going to go in the JPL, give you some scores, and I'm going to talk about the Jamaica Reggae Boys versus Trinidad. I'm going to start with the Jamaica Reggae Boys versus Trinidad. We have big bad Aldre in the building. Big of yourself. Thanks for being here. Massive respect. All right, I need to start share the video in the other places them. Sometimes I'm so tired. I've done so much work, huh? JD, stop doing it for likes. Oh my God, White Art Radio is here. I've not seen him for the entire year. Oh my God. Bless myself. Lloyd says Bailey and Whisper. Phoenix has been around for over 15 years. Where are all those players? Just asking. But because it's gonna start an unnecessary war, and people prey on me to take up these topics so they can live on it. She just pick the opposite side and sell bad credits to my name. And because a lot of people don't have any time to research, they will just give me the bad name. And as you saw, I am bringing more organic and coherent videos going forward. So just let me, I am not taking up the war. All right, drop a comment under the video so the people at the churches can fight with you under there, Mr. Lloyd. But big up yourself. Hope all is well with you and the family. So anyways, now Jamaica should be playing. Let me make sure I can get it right here. Let me look it up here. Jamaica should be playing Trinidad and Tobago in a two games friendly. All right. They have done all sorts of stories. They have promoted the game, ask the normal public who they want on the team, all sorts of stories. So at this point, I have clearly saw that Jamaica is just the Jamaica national team, the Reggae Boys, is just a free-for-all thing, you know? Yes, it's not one cohesive unit. The coach is not in control of everything. The coach has to just take whatever they give him and he just works with it. So even Football Guru couldn't agree with this, where in which they are asking people who they want to see in the national team. All right? Yes. So anyways, kid was 18. All right, thank you. JD, we need to start playing against better opposition. Hold on. Let me just continue, please. Please let me set the stage. So now this is all local born players, and it is purposely done that way. Because at first, Football Guru told me that, oh, you know, they can't get released from certain clubs. Nothing like that. They chose only local players. They chose that. That's what they said they wanted. Because now I even have people that referred other players that's close by that could have played and they don't select them. So that's what they want. It's a promotional campaign It's a promotional campaign, and to be honest, people inside Jamaica don't like it because on TVJ and also on the radio, they're beating up against it. They are saying that it's a little bit too late, and it is the Maverick that came up with that. So imagine Jamaica picking a team that is not the best set of players, them, none at all, for nothing at all, because they can still find the best set of kids, them, that was born in Jamaica, playing outside, they still don't choose them. They are just playing Trinidad and playing some local players, all right, to sell some tickets and build back the vibes in the national stadium. That's what I think it pretty much is. I don't think, that's what I know it is at this point. That's what I know it is at this point. All right, it doesn't matter whatever they come and tell me. That's what I know it is. All right, and then people in Jamaica pushing back on that because they're saying, why the sense playing them now when you know you're not going to give them any game when it comes on to the big matches? And that's why I said to people from before, don't do it, because once you do this and one of these players score 2 goals, they have to make the national team. So you always do this and force unnecessary players on the actual coach. Because remember, perception becomes reality, in people's eyeballs. And in Jamaica, it's 100% worst. So if they see a guy score 2 goals, him better than Mikel Antonio. That's why you don't give people that, and you're playing Trinidad. But when you're going to play Panama or Guatemala, they're better than Trinidad. Are better than this Trinidad team. So that reaction timing won't be the same. And if Mikel Antonio or other big baller comes up and don't perform to the level as to what he performed at a terrible low level, you're going to ask the next player. When really and truly, in football, in principle, we know it can't translate. You understand me? So what you do by that is cause more confusion, and that's why you need the persons with the most education in the sport to be handling these things, people. And I think a lot of people would agree with me on this take. That's why we need to stop these madness, because we have done it year in, year out, and we keep on putting ourselves in a circle of to be forcing players in the coach's team because people are asking for the players them. You see what I'm saying, people? I know you're going to agree with me because it's just coming out right in front of your face. So you shouldn't have done nothing. This is not warranted. The only way it's warranted, you do it just the same as last year. Bring all the MLS Next Pro kids them, all the MLS players them, and some of the Jamaican local players them. So King and all of those guys that are fringe players, bring them in and see the best team play against Trinidad, and then you see who can really make it, rather than just pick players based off who is popular. I want to hear that coach and hear his idea about this madness, because if he agrees with these things, tells me that he's only here for a paycheck. All right. All right. So here, Devon Porter said, "Do people really understand that the clubs are looking worldwide for good footballers? That makes us think that Jamaican base players are the best developed." All right. Julius Guna says, they did that with Grimmy. Yes, they did that with Grimmy. No, Magee will be there. Magee will be there because obviously he's in Jamaica. Yes. Who say they have to even score? Them never scored last year and were picked after in the international window. Yeah, but I'm just trying to show people it forced unnecessary positions, and sometimes we are not connecting the dot and realized how we end up in this position in the first place, and it's based off these stupid dates. They are stupid things. So that means you can't pick up a man that run dance to promote football. You're going to get a crowd. But what are you going to do for that crowd? And what are you going to do for the development of football? It's not going to link together. You get me? It's not the same. So we need to stop using everything for everything. Go for the right people for each things. That's what I have to say on this matter. And I think it's a very bad idea what we're doing. All right. So JD, that's facts. JFF is setting up the better talents that represent us against the fans, and that's why many people won't accept a call up because actually no, it's not a real prospect for them. JD, stop contradicting yourself. You said Mr. Speed is educated, but Mr. Speed, Mr. Speed, pick this team. And Mr. Speeder write these things? Come on, Blackheart Reader. I'm not contradicting myself, man. Come on. JD, that won't happen. I don't see Jamaica beating Trinidad. Well, tell you what. I am not going to talk about what will happen on the field. I'm just telling you, if one of them score and give the people my vibes, that becomes a spot that you have to pick. And the conversation is not the same level of football. I understand where you're coming from. You're talking about a specific game. But I'm telling you, if certain things happen, or if people look even good, as what Jason said, they are going to have the force that in the team. So that's why coaches for Jamaica does not pick their team. Because our team is always based on the culture, or the culture feeling. You understand me? It's not about any education that coaches have and any plans that they put in place. They have to work with what the culture feeling. And it's always a bad choice. Because United States now wait on what the culture feeling. United States put a program together and it was all MLS players. And none of them are getting a game. They're just looking out what's going on with them. So imagine that our big team is MLS players. But they are playing secondary string games. And they are bringing in MLS players to look at them. You see what I'm saying? So even though they are trying to market the product, because they can't get the rightful players in the window, they are still making it worthwhile. So making it, the coach can get something from it. We are not looking the same direction for the coach to get something from it. I think we're just looking at a paycheck to fill a stadium because I heard them. And they're not talking about the quality of the players them. So even them themselves don't believe it. We cannot act like scoring 15 goals in JPL is equivalent to scoring, not scoring many in good leagues. We have to be sensible. But one over years, it's the same approach we have. They class it as the same thing. You hear my boy come from England and told you the same thing. You know, JD, this game, waste of time. We want to see players Trinidad take to games to. Okay. Please don't sleep. I am not. Oh my God. Why you think? Just listen to my argument. My argument is not based on what Trinidad will have or whatever the situation is. My argument is based on if something happen on this side, how much problem our present coach will be in. Just follow the argument, no man. I'm determined. Alright, big up yourself, everyone that's coming in. Massive respect. Leon, big up yourself. Bevan Porter said one of the biggest problems is that players are signing contracts without reading and understanding what they are signing. They are released claused in every player's contract. Alright. So I think you're rewatching the video. And maybe you're on the Magee side. Spade is not a bad coach. Some things I don't really like about what his team does. But there is a lot to like. Yeah, man, Spade. I think Spade is a good enough coach for Caribbean region, at least. When he gets opportunity to go further, we can judge him on that. But based on what I saw from all the other people, I think he's one of the best coaches in Jamaica. All right. So if people want to say that I'm picking up for him, whatever you say what you want. I'm not picking up for him. I'm almost certain about that. But I'm just bringing out some points to show you. So at this point, they have already started it. Maverick and his friends them on the radio and on TVJ saying that it makes no sense. I agree with them that the game doesn't make any sense. But what they're agreeing on, what they're asking for is worse. Before even the gameplay, they're complaining about how much of the players them will truly make the team. So I'm hoping that the coach look at that. So coach, if you're watching, please look at the national TV program and you're seeing what you're setting yourself up for. All right. So you are automatically putting your better players them the fans them up against them by doing this. Because anybody that shifts 2 players, believe me, they have to go in the team. Or the stadium will be empty, because that's what they're going to come and tell you next. So you have to always give up more spots. So if you have Whisper and you have Kaheim Dixon after force in the team already, those spots are going to have to go to additional players. So it automatically becomes a quota system again. You understand me? Because 8 spots will have to be given to people. JD, they formed a A-B team with the last coach. Don't know what happened this time around with the selection. But I am telling you what's going on with the selection, big boss. All right, we saw a donation, guys. That's what we said, guys. I am doing this one. We saw one donation towards the me wanting to give away to Academy in Jamaica and Nigeria, but I'm going to use whatever I make on the next channel with 5 videos and put to the Nigeria. So this is just sole Jamaica. So I'm going to do 5 videos and any amount of super chats I've got now. I put it at 5 super chats per video. And I did one, the last one. I thought I got 5 super chats. I'm going to check up everything when I'm done, and then I will do it, and I will publicly show you where I've given the money. And I think some of them will come back and tell you that I've given the money to them, like always. That opinion is foolishness. But Paul Edwards, you say my opinion is foolishness, and I can prove that that's the same problem that happened 3 to 4 times. And I have coaches telling you that's exactly what happened. So Paul, if I can prove that to you, what do you have to say now? Because Paul, you're acting like you're not Jamaican. Or you have an old picture right there. So that means you're around a long time. This has been a thing from a long time. From the Caribbean Cup time. They throw people and just down tools and use these guys and then force them back in the team. And players come out and speak. Even the other day I put out a video and players spoke on it. God, come on, man. God, you're not supposed to be the one that put out 5 super chats. They all talk about them want help youths them. They should be the one. So massive respect, God, for the 2 super chat. But others need to put the donations them on it. Can't have big bad God to put all that super chat. No. Other people, you know? Yeah. So Paul, go away, Paul. We're not eat that. We retain information and we'll put it forward to the people them. So we have the facts. Alright? Come on, Paul. Come on. Stand up for something. Alright, so 3 more super chats, people, for the donation. And I have 3 more videos to go. Still a backward opinion of, oh my God. So even the professional players them come in and talk, and Paul said it's still a backward opinion. Oh my God. So if the guy the other day came on a program, I did a separate video for it, and he said, yeah, because we don't reach anywhere because we could have always gotten the best players them. I referred players to them and they still go back for other players and it makes it more tougher. And then we hear the whole stadium crying for that said player and he couldn't get to go on the field and he's a Premier League player and the next player is a JPL player. So if a professional player come in to say that 15 years ago, Paul Edwards, oh, in your soul. Wunun donates, Wunun. I was thinking about Kingston Academy because I like Kingston Academy. I've talked about them always. We brought them here, so I've talked about them. Yeah. I saw next one in Mobile, the one that I've watched. Is it Mobile? I'm gonna try and get in contact with them. So Kingston Academy, definitely one I have on my mind. Then I have the next one that they sent their players to a school in the Dakasta one. So I have 2 in mind so far because I'm looking for people that's making progression, you know. I'm not just looking for people that because they have an academy, I am donating it. You know, I'm looking for people that I think is doing good. So Kingston Academy, I saw that KFC and all of those places donated to them. So those are the ones I'm trying to target. You understand me? Yes. So those are the ones. So Kingston Academy, I need to get, if you're watching, because you normally watch the videos, Yeah, link me up. But after 5 videos, I'm trying to donate because I want to do this as a yearly thing. It doesn't matter how small it is. If it's 200, 300, still good, because the last time you spoke with me, you were saying that everything works. So if it's 200, 300 I get, I try to donate it. Mikey, massive respect. Thank everyone that donated. Massive respect, all right? JD, whatever donation you get from this show, I will match it. Oh my God. It's just, brother, even if a $1 persons put, I am putting $1 together, and once it looks realistic, like over $100, I try to give it to one place. You know, because I don't want to like give them $60. I don't want to come off disrespectful. I want it to be a good sum. And I saw a good amount of people put money. So five in total must pass the 100. That's why I said 5 in total. So that means 25 super chats I'm going to put together and just donate it, you know. And if I can put something out of my own pocket, I try to put it on it as well. That's my plan. All right. So Mike Larry, massive respect for the donation. And we have reached the target. All right. We have reached the target. All right, so other people can see it for the next 5, and we can put them together. All right, yeah. One massive respect for the donation as well. And then we have our boss. We have our boss Gart in the house. Massive respect for the donation. All right, yeah man. But Uno, remember we have been doing it for 5 years, you know. It's 5 full years I'm doing it, you know. 5 full years. But now I'm telling the public to support me in it, you know. About the 5 full years. A couple of years ago, a man sent me a clip of a person talking about me. Whatever happened, and all I did, I was ask him to give me a proof that he registered his business, and I saw him made up all sorts of lies and trying to spin narratives that I wanted to give him the money to act like I'm better than them and all sorts of foolishness. When I listen to some of these people, once you hold them accountable for things, they have problems. All I asked the guy for is registration papers, because I wanted to, once I'm spending my own money, because those were my own money, I took out my pocket and pay for all sorts of things for Jamaica at the time. So I wanted to register them, because that's what they don't know. When I spend those money, I can take it off my tax and all of those stuff. So I just wanted registered businesses so it can come up in their system. That's all I wanted, you know. And the man make up all sorts of stories. Massive respect to my commenter that clipped the video and sent it to me. I'm saying, wow. So imagine you're explaining, so your fan base dumb. You are explaining a man to help you, and you are talking about your shit. That's why I'm glad they never take nothing from him, you know. Wow. When the ego too big, man, you know. Their ego is so big, man. I'm telling you, man. Wow. It's sad. But anyways, that we move on. Yeah, so that's my plan. So after five videos, collect everything, put together, and then see what I can do, and then we try call up if it's so little, I have to give it to Kingston Academy only. We put it together and give it to them, because I like what Kingston Academy doing, and they are always going to be the first choice for me, you know, because I see what they are doing, and I saw that other people going trying to help them. So I like Kingston Academy. Yeah, first Mount Pleasant. I like Mount Pleasant as well. Yeah, but Mount Pleasant is rich, you know, so we don't need to give them more money. I think it's better we can help the second and third base teams rather than Mount Pleasant, you know. All right, so Anonymous tipped 50 towards the cause. 1 second, let me look who did that, so I can give them a shout out. All right. 1 second, because we have one more topic before we finish, you know, guys, and I have 23 minutes to go. 1 second. Hold on. I will just put. All right. So Burke donated 50. People, massive respect to Burke. All right. So massive respect to Burke. All right. Yeah, man. Them always saying you eat the local them, and them always see you helping them, but they said that I'm doing it for only to act like I'm better than them. When I heard that, I couldn't believe. And I'm saying, people really sit down and listen to them people? Damn! Wow! It sounds like when the ship went to Jamaica for the coronavirus situation, and people start cuss the ship and say they need to turn back because them come to kill them off. It give me a same. It let me feel the same way. I'm saying, yo, this is sad. This is a different level of sadness, you know. But it's okay. It's okay. JD, you can donate to Phoenix. Listen to me, no, man. That's what. Listen to me, Jamaican family. Don't donate nothing. Don't tell me where to do it. And I told you guys. I hope you're not collecting money under false pretense like Orville Higgins be doing. He was collecting money for Jordan foot cancer to do his personal business. Gunners boss, I can take out the money now and donate to all the money where everybody can donate. I can take out 50 of that and donate now. Because I've donated millions of dollars on my channel. The only person to do that out of my own pocket. So Gunners boss, you don't know who you talk to. Alright? Yeah, man. So make the people them tell you here. That's why people willing to take out their money out of their pocket, Gunners boss. Because I've given away millions on my channel right here. Check back my videos them. And nobody never have to put money. So you clearly don't know who you talk to. Alright? Yes. Yes. I want to see your follow-up to that because the chat will smoke you. The man see people put like around $100. you see why Jamaica can't reach away? He didn't do any research, you know, to know who he's talking to, you know. He didn't do a research to know who he's talking to. And him saying, hope. Brother. Gunners boss, me see all your friend them a keep stream. And I me pay for everything. What the target them put up, I me pay for the whole target. Alright? And I never even talk about it. Only your friend them can come up and say, that is true. Alright? Yes. So check your friends them. When I talk about ask for donation on them channel. And me pay for it by my PayPal. Yes, so Gunners, now you know who you talk to. Alright? Yes. So go back and check the history. And then you might give me some respect. JD, I wanted to see your reaction. Laugh out loud. No. I was surprised, you know. He's not gonna follow up. Rasta, yeah, man. We keep running. We keep winning always. The man I know, I know went to Ghana to build a well. People are saying they are going there for this and that, but then people were not doing anything themselves. After the well, they were talking S. Yeah, man, it started. So if a person invests back into the football that isn't enough, you must also not speak a certain way when discussing the football too. So yes, that is exactly what it is, Jason. So I can't offer any opinion towards what's going on. I should just shut up and just give it. And believe me, I should have no transparency should be there. So when I give it, they should not come and say anything either. Because you're trying to brag as well. They put some restriction on things. Because I had said that I wanted people to come up and explain what we did with it and everything. And all that they never wanted to do. Believe me, man, that's some of the hardest people to deal with in life. Alright. So the final one we had. So the Jamaica versus Trinidad one. So we only have 3 more of these videos to do, 3 more of this 5 donation to do. All right. So people like Gunners can't say we are taking money out of pretense, and I'm gonna join them up, put a screenshot to how much super chat came in on those videos, and to put it there and put the money together. And make sure whosoever I give it, I have the proof to put it right there. So people like Gunners can't sell propaganda on my name. You understand me? Yes. Yeah, man. Man, them want see your badges, JD. Well, I have nothing to hide. You know? I have nothing to hide. You know, I have nothing to hide, sir. So, the final one that we had to talk on, because we talk on the Jamaica versus Trinidad, yeah, and we have the final one. We have a final one here. 1 second. All right. So Jamaica versus, I think we have talked on majority of it. I just want to let people know not to trust anyone who on here asking for money. I hope it's not. I hope it's not judging you I know from experience. Okay, I'm just telling you who I am, you know, and who donating. I know them personally. Almost everybody that donated. All right. Yes. So, I think you're just not familiar with MySpace. All right. Yes. I looked up who was the top scorer in the JPL, and it was Brian Brown. He's 32. Also Calvin, and he plays for Antigua. Yes. Most progressive channel on YouTube. And YouTube is a stretch, but Jamaica YouTube, I could see that, but YouTube bigger than one said, Gunners, you are not wrong, but JD always send the money where he says he will. Yeah, but I'm not gonna fight to Gunners. Gunners is a human being that he strives on controversy. Yes. He's gonna talk all he wants. I've heard enough from him. He strives on controversies. Believe me. Yeah, so we have done almost everything so far. We have done almost everything so far. The Magee situation, we talked on that so far. So Magee back to the JPL. That's what we are hearing. Is that a good or bad move? For me, I said it's a bad one based on the fact that in 5 years he barely plays, just under 2,000 minutes. Craig Butler in Atwater, handling kids, Michael Richman, Guyanese personnel, talking about Ravi Coats, and he wants $1 million, demands $1 million to release the player. And I said it's hypocrisy because Mr. Spade wanted 60,000 and they failed to, they brought down the entire Jamaica and never wanted to pay it. So that's where I brought the hypocrisy from. All right. Ronaldo Cephas injury, meniscus tear, requires surgery. That is over 2.5 months to 3+ months, excluding recovery. So that will be more in the May-June time. So he's going to be missed. So that's why we talked about Shamar Nicholson. And Shamar Nicholson is being mollywopped by Ugalde because Ugalde is scoring 4,000 goals per game. All right, and then we just talked on the Jamaica versus TNT. I gave my opinions on it, and Paul Edwards says my opinion is this and that. When I've tracked down the opinion with facts with it, you know. I think I remember Brown in Jamaica team. Yes, Brown was here for once. Craig Butler at the boss. I have no problem with him being the boss, but I'm just saying the kids, family, need to take more interest in their kids. What I've learned, I think that in our own Jamaica, everybody that majority of the places, because Kingston Academy seems a little bit different. Kingston Academy seems a little bit different, you know? No facts, just opinion. All right. So Gunnar says, you said my name wrong. I am not controversial. Orville Higgins, I don't know who that is, took money from me towards Jordan foot cancer surgery. So what I'm gonna do to please you, Gunnar's boss, I am not gonna take any more money aside from this. So I got the super chat them off this, and the last video I will stop it right there. And then I will just give one place. Whatever the money is, I just give it to them. And then you don't have to come here and talk about any one of these stories that I'm not interested in. Because you hear people that donated the money tell you who I am and tell you what will happen. Because it's the 5th year we are doing it. 5th year. And it's the first time you came here. You never gave us any credit when we did it. We never looked at credit, you know. But because you're saying that, and I understand why you're saying that, which is fair enough. You get me? But I'm just saying, you say what you say, okay, no problem. Well, you will see donated to the people then. All right, so you don't have to send up more. And it's going to be less then, because that means I'm not going to do the next 3 streams to please you. All right? So just to make you feel good in your soul, yes, I am going to do that. And I hope after me do something like that, you go to the same place. You go to the same place, and whatever money I give Gunnar's boss, because I don't do the next 3 streams, that I'm taking up my time, my light and everything to donate everything to it. You will have to put the rest of the money that I have put. So whatever money I put together off these streams, you are going to match it, you know. And I'm going to find it anywhere you are. And you're going to put the rest. Yes, that's what we're gonna do in people. Anywhere Gunners Boss there, if it's $100 or $200 we get, we're gonna give it to the place. Gunners Boss have to match it. He has to match it. All right, so I don't have to waste my next 3 streams. All right, Gunners Boss has to match it. No, no, because I can't bother with unnecessary stress. Okay, yes. Yes, you're gonna match it. You're gonna match it. So if it's 100 or 200 US dollars, because it's over 100, no, I'm sure. The next one maybe around 15, 20 or 30. So around 150 so far. You have to match the 150. You have to match the 150. All right? Yes. And we don't want your money. We don't want your money. We want you to give it to the people. We don't need your money. We don't need $1. You need to give it to the people. After you see we give it to the people. All right? Deal? Deal. Let me go back to our conversation and leave this man alone now. JD, always, I am not in any fights. It's just because we're trying to do something good, and you have this man that always want to war. He comes in and want to war. JD, no, run with, no. He will go places and cuss me, because the last time he came on my channel and I responded to him, JD, don't fall for it, move forward. Yeah, I know, but because he will go places and say the worst thing about me, say that he came on my channel because he came on my channel, I never knew who he was, I said, brother, what you said it no make no sense. The man take it to art and go on another platform, go call up my name. Yes, it's true, because I have the clip in my phone. So I have to make sure I corner him and say all factual statements so he can't refute it, Yes. Because now you will hear, say, me over here collect money from people. We're not taking dollar from him, all right? Yes, we're not taking dollar from him. He has to just match it. All right, so guys, drop some questions. We have 10 more minutes before we leave. So people that has questions about Magee, fire it up so we can just take it from there. All right, it's not personal. And Mabrok, you was disrespectful the first time because you are very sensitive. Jesus God, I was not disrespectful. He's lying, people. Anybody watching the Sunshine Girls series? No. Not me. All right, but I might can check it out. Send it to me, Mr. Dre. All right. Yes. So send the questions in. Who you giving this donation to? I think I want to do Kingston Academy first, and I have the one that has the school that I like in the Doncaster. So one I will try to do one in Kingston, because I wanted to do 3, 4, but I think the money will be too little. So I if I stretch it to 2, it will seem a little bit better, Yeah. 10 minutes and I just reach. Giant stream late. Is Magee going to Mount Pleasant? I'm not sure where he's going, but what I've heard, he's going to go in the JPL. Yeah. It's your super chat. You do a, no. I said I'm going to give the streams to giveaway. So that means even my funds that I've made on the streams, I'm just giving away everything to the actual places. So I don't want any money off them. At least I'm not taking any money out of my pocket. You understand? Yeah, so that's what I was looking at. And guys, always remember these super chats, it's like 55% of it. So I'm going to just show you exactly what I've collected on each video and put it together. That's how it works. People that sends to PayPal, all of the money from the PayPal is 100%. It is 100% from PayPal. But you have to know the amount of rate on the YouTube. It's like 55 or 65, 35. 65, I think it is here. All right, so whatever it is, if it's $100, it's gonna be 65% of that. I have to take out of it to put on it, and then the money that comes on the PayPal, I have to put the whole 100% of that, and I will pay for the sending from the PayPal itself. You understand me? So I'm still going to put money on it. Yeah. So I have to make sure you guys know. All right, so if I said it's 100 that I've collected, I will do the calculation and I will show you the videos, and YouTube will tell you on the video how much money each one of the videos make. All right, so it's nothing, it's 100% proof. My niece is a member of the Sunshine Girls. Go out and support. Okay. Sorry about that. Maggie said the post is capped, so I am not sure he's even going to play in JPL. Just waiting to see how it plays out. Okay, people text me and tell me that's what will happen. So that's why I asked the question, but I think that's what will happen. Maggie can still be the Maggie we expect for the Reggae Boys, even if he plays in the JPL. No. At some point we have to call it as it is, because I don't think he is the player that we need to go forward at this point. Jamaica team isn't at the quality that we don't need him. No, we have better players than Maggie, Big Boss. I think we have better players than Maggie. Liam Bailey, because Maggie is a cam right midfielder. A cam right midfielders. That's what that's the role that he plays. So in those positions, both of those positions, we are better players at higher level than him. I would say, if you said that the players are still not high as United States, okay, that is true. That is true. I will agree with that. But we still have to try to pick the highest quality player possible. We have to pick the highest player, because we're not going to pick Maggie over Liam Bailey, even though he never played good the last time against USA, because Maggie never did anything either. So I will bank on Liam Bailey to perform better than Maggie. To be honest, because he performed better than Maggie in Jamaica's jersey. So right attacking midfielder side gone. Right attacking midfielder side gone. I am going to pick Liam Bailey every time over him. 1000%. Cam. And I think I see Jamaica going back to more of a deeper 3 more than anything else. Alright. So based off that, it's harder for him to get any game in the deeper 3. It has to be wide. If it's a deeper 3, because he's not a central and he's not a defensive midfielder. So you can't put him at a 6 or a 7 or a 8. He does a 6 or a 8. Put it at a 6 or a 8. You know? Me just not dissing Maggie. Move to JPL. Okay. JD, did you watch Ohio State versus Notre Dame in the national championship last night? I saw people talking about it, but I was watching basketball. And then I heard people talking about that little thing. But I don't know about those things, you know. So I don't watch them. As I told you before, I don't watch anything aside from basketball. And I will watch some MLS and MLS Next Pro in America. I will watch USL sometimes in America. But the NFL and the rugby type thing, I can't understand it. So I don't really watch it. So it's just basketball and football I watch in America. Bailey, the boss, our highest paid player in the EPL, yeah, put some respect on his name. Highest paid don't have anything to do with it, because Ethan Peanut better than Liam Bailey. So highest paid don't have nothing to do with it. But in this conversation, he is better than Maggie. And I think he's going to deliver more than Maggie. And he did deliver more than Maggie. So he's going to get picked over Maggie. So context matters. I don't join the bragging. I don't join the bragging, but yeah, it is what it is, Big Boss. So over here in England, pretty much done. Okay. How is Bobby recovery? Will he be ready for next month? I don't know. That is something that I need to check up. I'm just letting you know. I'm not eating on anybody. I'm just telling you what the fact is. So we are comparing yes, of course. Are they not footballers? So didn't we compare Cannavaro back in 2000? Was it 2006? We weren't comparing Cannavaro with forwards. So what, Mr. Dre? In football school they don't compare defender with forwards. Oh, you know what they are. If you don't compare them, that's all you know what a player is, you know. All right, so don't bother with it. I did a complete video on Whisper Nemard. A complete video when he's returning, what to expect and everything, and his actual injury. And what people was actually talking about, it's not that. It's a bad injury he had, and that's why the surgery took place and the recovery time. And that's why I said don't lie to people, because if the truth, it was an ACL injury he had, Damien, and people make it look like it was a complete different injury. You know, and ask how he never came back. It's a ACL injury, and that is 3 to if it's a strain, 3 to 3 to 9 months. You know, so he's not out for no longer time than what we expected. Yes, nothing but fire. In the chat for Bailey. All right. How is Antonio doing? I think he's on the same time. Antonio not coming back no time for now. I think his first one is to get back on his foot to walk properly. And then after that, you can get yourself in okay shape. Then you can start to go to the club to see how that they can test you. And if you pass that, then you can start recovering. And after the recovering, then you can get into training. And then you have to get match fit. You know how much things that I've just said? So he's not coming back for now. No. It's not. It's worse than what people said at first. And I got that from Chelsea. Persons inside Chelsea. We got it from. But he's already in recovery now, so that's a good thing. So within no one 30 days, within that time frame, you will start seeing him pop up. And he's not going to get any whole heap of game time. You're not going to see him play 90 minutes anytime for now, you know? It's going to always be like 25 minutes, 35 minutes, max to 40 minutes of them stuff there. You know, if they're going to give him any game time, you know? Because it takes a while to get back to the normal level. Yeah. Alright, so 3 o'clock now, people. Let me know how much likes on the video, guys. Because the likes is for me, you know. Likes is for me on the channel. The likes is for me on the channel. Alright. The likes is for me on the channel. So we'll put the 150 that we said we wanted. Yeah. Well, I think this was a very good show. Tomorrow, should I skip out tomorrow? Yeah, man. Tomorrow I have to bring the kid to the dancing class. I have to get up early as well. So that means I'm not going to get much sleep. Yeah, tomorrow would be too hard. You know, because that little 1 o'clock, that little 1 o'clock to 3:30, I won't have any sleeping time, and then I have to bring the kid to 4 o'clock. So tomorrow I can't do any stream, people. All right, because that's my little sleeping time. It's not what one is worth. Is what the agent can negotiate for. Is Scott Boras. Get it done in the MLB and Drew Rosenhaus in the NFL. No, but you ain't gonna work $10 and get sold for 500 million. So so you get what you're worth in the same ballpark. Your negotiator can get you extra on top of what you're truly worth, but nobody for 1 million not selling for 50 million. I'm almost certain for that. It's just 9 a.m. not 3 o'clock. Remember, I am in Belgium, you know. It's 3 o'clock for me. Yes. So I'm 6 hours away from you. 30 minutes. No. Tomorrow I'm not coming because I have to bring. He's at training, at the training phase. Okay. That's for Whisper. Yes, we know that. If it's a Whisper, we know that. But Antonio, no, nowhere near that. Which JPL team, Maggie? I don't know. I never gave a JPL team. I just said people told me that he's going to be going to the JPL. Yes, so I said look out for it. I never stated a JPL team, none at all. You know? You're not saying we're in Belgium, you at? Of course I'm in Antwerp. Black Art Radio. I told you where I'm at. I'm in almost the countryside of Antwerp. Alright, you want to come and look for me? You can find me. I'm not hiding. I have some special set of skills. You remember that? That one. Black Art, White Art Radio. What is the average salary in the JPL? I not much. Always Butler under fire just asking. It's okay. I hope it's not the fraudulent CC fake account that, because I don't want to talk to that dude, you know. Yeah, man. So let me know if it's a fraudulent CC or as me not answering nothing. You know, you're in Jamaica, you should know that. But if it's a new CC, I will answer. Mount Pleasant bid over a UCL team and one Magee. Okay, yes. If it's a fraudulent CC, and not the fraud brother. So it's not the fraud CC. Okay, all right. Yes. Okay. Well, He's under fire based on the fact that you have a kid came from Guyana that was already a professional player that he's trying to seek development funds from to let the player go, which he asked for $1 million. And we saw when he was trying to take a player from Mr. Spade asked for 60,000, and he brought down the entire Jamaica on Mr. Spade. So that is blatant hypocrisy. And that's what we're talking about. And if it's fair for him to ask for $1 million and he just had the player for no long time, and the player was already a developed player, so it was fair questions to ask. I will be passing through Belgium soon. I am not hiding. Just tell me where you are and I will find you. If I am free though. Remember, I have work, I have my life and all those stuff. No. And we are not the same person. All right. And we are not. And we are not the same person, sir. Gunners. All right. We are two complete different human beings. All right. Yes, I'm almost certain about that. We are two completely different human beings, and this video was not served to be a dramatic video because I only gave you facts, then put my opinion on it. I just stated exactly what the next person said and explain the situation to you, because remember, our aim is to aid Jamaican footballers to get them in the right space. So if I can put some good messaging behind something, I am going to do so. So that's why I picked up the story, because I can explain the situation, connect it to the others, and say, see it? That means that's why the family need to take care of their kids and stop leaving kids in the hands of people, because sometimes you will get trapped, you know? Yes, but Blackout Radio, it doesn't matter what life. I have a life that I'm not going to get up and just come and meet you anywhere, anytime. Because I have responsibilities. So you can't just tell me that everybody have life. I know that. But the life was to explain that I'm a busy individual. So if you call me, I can't match the time. So you have to just tell me where you are or when you're going to be there. And I try to match the time. You understand me? I can't just get up anytime like I'm not doing nothing in life. All right? Yes. That's what I meant. Okay, sir. All right. So, lovely people. Oh, was a super one. Let me pick up the next one Thursday. And the woman, them stop giving jackets. Okay, well, that would be a good thing. That would be a good thing. What do you expect me to say, Boss Thomas? Jesus God. So where is that coming from now? Where is that? So money first for Butler. He's still streaming from John. Okay. Okay, if you don't have any life, Gunners Boss, I'm very sorry. All right? Jamaica full of jacket. Oh my God. I don't know. I can't speak. For Jamaica. All right? Oh my God. Why? If I had came out and said that, you know, you guys would have floored me. And you guys, oh, come here. Jamaica full of a jacket. So where are you guys getting these things from? All right, love the people. I have to jump in my shoe and get to the school right now. All right, Jamaican woman lead in jacket worldwide. Jamaica is very small, so the percentage might be big, but not necessarily the actual numbers. Have we put that in consideration? Oh, I missed the jacket show on Cranky. Cranky is so controversial. Oh my God, this brother. Let me leave it. That bald brother. Bye bye, people. Take care.